any officer, set over me, even to the peril of my life.
I'm an officer in the Indian Army.
In this video, we shall be discussing about the qualities which are desired of a potential officer material and which the SSB is seeking by way of conducting various activities when you land up over there. Now broadly, the qualities can be divided under 4 major heads. First are the qualities of your head or the intellectual qualities. The second are qualities of your heart, that is your social qualities. Now the third are those qualities that will make you effective as part of a social group. And fourthly are the qualities of your dynamism. Now let's start with the first head, that is the qualities of your intellect. A potential officer material will have a remarkable receptivity and he will be able to very comfortably grasp the essentials of an issue, and then applying his logical reasoning, he will be able to come out with optimum solutions to whatever the problem was at hand. Now the plans that he will make will be simple, practical, and they will have an element of innovativeness or out of the box thinking, and it is this quality of being resourceful that will have his family and friends looking for him whenever that they are stuck in a tight corner. The potential officer material will have an uncanny ability to arrange the resources which are there at his disposal in the most appropriate manner so that he is able to create a positive result with whatever resources that are available with him, and naturally there will be a lot of economy of effort in the job that he does always. The clarity of his thought process will be visible when he reduces his thoughts to writing in a most immaculate manner without any cuttings. He will also have a great verbal expression which will sound like poetry to the ears because of the choice of words, his diction, and the conviction with which he puts across his mind to other people, and therefore he will be not required to push people to create space. He will be allowed to come forward and make his own space because people would want to listen to a person like that because they feel that he will be able to help them out in a crisis situation. Socially, he will be a people's person. His genuineness, sincerity and warmth will make him a person who will be sought after by his near and dear ones whenever they are in a difficult position. He will be a person whom the others will not hesitate to share their deepest secrets. He will have the ability to strike an interesting conversation with people of all age groups and people with different interests. He will not be a person who is a complaining kind, but he will be living in abundance with whatever that is offered to him. A potential officer material will be an epitome of devotion to duty, and he will be seeking out additional responsibilities whenever that they are offered. He will have a clear understanding of his social and moral obligations, and he will be careful to remain within the bounds of social norms which have been set by the society at large and by the armed forces in particular. His unwavering courage of conviction will allow him to speak out his mind freely without the fear of consequences. However, in doing so, he will be careful that he is not being rude or uncivil or opinionated when making a point. Above all, he will have the moral courage to own up responsibilities for his actions, and he will be always ready to face the consequences of his actions, especially when the situation or the outcomes have been unfamiliar. A willing worker, a potential officer material, will always take the first step forward and volunteer to try out new things. Now this notion will be driven from the fact that he has complete faith in his own capabilities. Being a team player, his actions will repose trust in others around him and who would willingly, in harmony, would like to participate in the activities that he has initiated. He will be a quick learner and his dexterity will be visible through the speed and appropriateness of his ability to take decisions. His ability to spread happiness will make him a sought after person and he will be the life of any party. His enchanting sense of humor will hold everybody around him in a fascinated attention. A potential officer material will be a bundle of energy and his enthusiasm will be a source of inspiration for everybody around him and they would be keen to follow him. He will be willing to stick out his neck and take calculated risks, but at the same time he will ensure that he does not unnecessarily act in a manner which may be called foolhardy. So he must be a person who would know when to fight and run so that you live to fight another day. His steely mental stamina will make him stand like a rock during adversities and he will never ever give up. And last but not the least, a potential officer material will have the serenity to accept things that he cannot change, have the courage to change the things that he can, and have the wisdom to know the difference between the two. So besides the attributes that we have just discussed, now there are certain attributes which are physical in nature. Now when you close your eyes and ask yourself what should a potential officer look like, and the image that will emerge will show you that the person has to be well groomed with pleasant mannerism. He will have a chiseled body that is very physically fit. He will have a purposeful walk and a crisp speech. So these are certain physical attributes that you should also start inculcating in yourself as you go along. So these are some of the attributes of a potential officer material. So you can go through this video again and maybe list out what all you need to work on or need to further calibrate or groom or polish in your own self. So that should become like a marker for you for your preparation from now on. Thank you very much.